own life. What are the things you complain about most? Maybe it's your job, your relationship, or your finances. Now, ask yourself, have you taken concrete steps to change those situations, or have you spent more time complaining about them? If you're honest with yourself, you'll likely find that you've invested more energy in talking about the problem than in solving it. But here's the good news. Every complaint is an opportunity to take action. Every time you catch yourself complaining, it's a signal that something needs to change, and you have the power to make that change. Taking action doesn't mean you have to solve the problem overnight. Some challenges are complex and take time to work through. But the key is to start. Instead of complaining, ask yourself, what can I do about this right now? It might be a small step, sending an email, making a phone call, adjusting your mindset, but even small steps create momentum. And once you start moving in the direction of a solution, you'll find that the need to complain diminishes. Complaining is often a sign that we feel out of control. We complain because we're frustrated, because we want things to be different, but we don't know how to make them so. But here's the empowering truth. You are never completely out of control. You always have some influence over your circumstances, even if it's just in how you choose to perceive them. When you stop complaining and start taking responsibility for your own life, you reclaim your power. In the end, complaining doesn't serve you. It doesn't fix the problem, and it doesn't move you forward. It keeps you stuck mired in negativity and dependent on external circumstances to change in your favor. But when you stop complaining and start taking action, everything shifts. You move from being a passive participant in your own life to being the one in control. And that's where real progress happens, not in the complaints, but in the action that follows. Every person in life goes through their own set of struggles. No one escapes hardship. The circumstances may vary, the situations may differ, but the reality is that we all face difficulties at different points in our journey. And while it might be tempting to look at our struggles as something unfair, or as obstacles that are simply meant to break us down, there's another way to view them. Your struggles are your personal test. They are not random. They are there to shape you, to mold you, and ultimately to strengthen you. They are your life's test to help you grow into who you are meant to be. Think about it this way. Just as a student cannot graduate without taking tests, you can't evolve into your highest potential without going through difficult times. The test is never designed to destroy you. It's designed to elevate you. Life doesn't hand you struggles because it's cruel. Life hands you struggles because those struggles are the exact circumstances you need to push past your limits and expand what you think you're capable of. Struggles force you to dig deeper, to reach for strength you didn't know you had, and to learn lessons you couldn't otherwise understand. It's easy to get caught up in the negative emotions that come with challenges. Fear, frustration, doubt, all of these feelings can cloud your judgment when you're going through something difficult. But those emotions, while powerful, don't change the fact that struggle is a necessary part of growth. In fact, every single successful person you've ever admired has faced immense struggles at some point. They didn't reach their goals because they avoided hardship. They reached their goals because they embraced it. They understood that the struggle was their personal test, a way for them to prove to themselves and to life that they were worthy of what they were striving for. When you're faced with struggle, it's a moment of decision. You can either choose to view it as something unfair and allow it to defeat you, or you can choose to see it as an opportunity to rise to the occasion. The truth is, the way you handle your struggles reveals your character. It shows who you really are. Anyone can smile and be optimistic when things are going well, but it's how you handle the tough moments that truly defines you. That's why your struggles are your personal test, because they show you what you're made of. The beauty of struggle is that it forces you to confront the parts of yourself that need to change. It's easy to stay comfortable, to avoid looking too closely at the things in your life that aren't working. But when struggle comes knocking, it shines a spotlight on the areas where you need to grow. Maybe you've been avoiding making a difficult decision, or maybe you've been stuck in a cycle of self-doubt. Struggles won't allow you to stay in that place of avoidance or complacency. They will push you to your limits until you're forced to make a choice to change, to adapt, to rise. And here's the thing, life doesn't give you more than you can handle. The struggles you face are tailored to you. They are your personal test because they are designed to address the areas where you need the most growth. What someone else is going through may be completely different, but that's because their test is meant for them, just as yours is meant for you. You might feel like life is being unfair, like you're being handed more than your share of difficulties. But the truth is, these challenges are exactly what you need to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Consider this: you never build strength without resistance. In the gym, you lift weights to build muscle. And the heavier the weight, the more your muscles are forced to grow. The same principle applies in life. The more significant the struggle, the greater the opportunity for growth. Struggles stretch your capacity. They expand your ability to handle more. Each time you overcome a challenge, you gain confidence in your ability to tackle the next one. You learn that you are more capable than you once believed. And with every struggle you pass through, you come out on the other side, not just stronger, but more prepared for the next level of life's journey. It's also important to understand that your personal test is not meant to be compared to anyone else's. In today's world, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing your life to the highlight reels of others, especially on social media. You see people who appear to be living perfect lives, no struggles, no hardships, just smooth sailing. But that's an illusion. Everyone has struggles. The difference is that some people have learned to embrace their struggles as part of their personal journey while others are still fighting against them. Your struggles are uniquely yours. They are crafted to bring out the best in you, and comparing them to anyone else's will only distract you from the lesson they are meant to teach you. The real test in struggle is not whether you can avoid it or make it disappear. The test is whether you can endure it and come out better on the other side. Will you let the struggle break you, or will you allow it to build you? Will you resist the lesson, or will you embrace it? These are the questions life asks of you when you're faced with difficulty. At the end of the day, no one else can take this test for you. You can ask for advice, you can seek support, but the work is yours to do. The transformation is yours to undergo. And when you pass the test, when you overcome the struggle, you don't just get through it, you grow through it. You come out more resilient, more capable, and more aligned with who you are meant to be. So the next time you find yourself in the midst of a struggle, remember this, it's not there to break you. It's there to test you, to push you, and to bring out the strength and greatness that is already within you. The struggle is your personal test, and passing it is how you become the person you were always meant to be. Growth is a fundamental part of life, whether it's personal development, achieving goals, or building resilience. Growth is at the core of everything we do to improve ourselves. Yet the process of growth is rarely smooth or easy. In fact, real growth almost always happens in discomfort. It's in those moments when we are stretched, challenged, and pushed beyond what's familiar and comfortable that we truly transform. Discomfort, as difficult as it may feel, is the catalyst for growth. We often seek comfort because it's human nature to want to avoid pain, hardship, or stress. We like routines because they provide a sense of safety and predictability. But comfort zones, while they feel good in the short term, are traps when it comes to long-term growth. Staying in your comfort zone means staying the same, avoiding new challenges, and limiting your potential. Discomfort, on the other hand, forces you to adapt, to evolve, and to confront parts of yourself that need to change. Think about any significant moment of growth in your life. Was it easy? Probably not. Maybe it was a time when you started a new job and felt completely out of your depth, unsure of yourself and overwhelmed by everything you didn't know. Or perhaps it was a moment when you faced a personal challenge, overcoming a fear, dealing with loss, or navigating a difficult relationship.